Hey guys, welcome back to Snake Limited. Today we are pulling clutch number 12 of the season, and I am keeping a watch on this female because she's already tried to come at me a couple times. So I'm actually going to go in with her with the snake hook just to make sure that she's not making any contact and we're not making this any more difficult than it needs to be. And then once I get her kind of on the run, she should stop trying to strike at me. So she laid, looks like 6 eggs here. And I'm going to check to make sure she is all empty. Yeah, looks like it. And so she is a Pastel lesser leopard clown. She's an awesome looking snake. She's honestly one of my favorite clown females that I have, just for being kind of a more plain gene set. And so with this clutch, I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about like how I pick my pairings. But first, I want to weigh her, see what she weighs after laying here, after laying this clutch. She's about 1,500 grams on the nose, so that's good. I have to look up what she weighed beforehand. But what I want to do is clean her off real quick. Put her weight into Husbandry Pro, and then I'm going to put her into a new fresh tub, and then we will go about talking about the pairing that I had for her, why I chose that pairing, and then we will get these eggs situated. Alright, so I got Mom put away, and now it's time to weigh these eggs, and they're all pretty decent size. There's one or two that were kind of small, but I think they all look like they're good. So that's pretty good for first time mom. I'm happy about that. So with the mom, these weigh 620 grams, so each egg is roughly 100 grams, which is a good size. So with this mom, she was a Pastel lesser leopard clown, visual, no other hets. And the way, or the male that I chose to breed her to, kind of determines the pairings. So the way I do things is I figure out which project I want. Which males I have, and then I try to buy females that fit that project or vice versa, but I make sure that when I'm buying, everything is kind of like predetermined where it's going. So for instance, this male that she was bred to was a Orange Dream Blade pied 100% het clown. So with this pairing, what I'm looking at making are Orange Dream, Blade, Pastel Lesser Leopard, visual clowns that are 100% het pied. So there's 5 codom genes in play, and that could be, you could get 1 of those in a snake, 0 of those in a snake, or you could get all 5 in one of these offspring. Roughly half of these babies should be visual clowns. And if they do turn out to be visual clowns, they'll also be 100% het pied. But at the very worst, every single snake in this clutch will be double het, clown, and pied. Plus, they have the possibility of bringing those 5 genes along. Now, that's important because I take that male, and let's forget about the codom genes. He is a pied 100% het clown. If I were to breed him to other pied females, everything would come out pied, but some of the baby, all of the babies would be pos het clown, which means that roughly half the babies wouldn't be clown at all. So you either need to sell your snakes as pos het clowns, or you need to pay to get all the genetic testing done for that clutch to see whether or not they actually do have the clown gene in them. When you do it this way, the very worst you can get are double hets, 100% pied, 100% clown. So when you breed a visual pied to a visual clown, everything is double het. It just so happens that this male is also het clown, so that gives me the possibility to breed and get visual clowns out of it. So it minimizes your chances of having mystery snakes. You know what you're going to get with these. They're either going to be clown het pied or double het clown pied. Plus they have those 5 extra codom genes inside of there. So what that does is it kind of allows me to build out my clown pied project. I have some other pied het clown or clown het pied females already. I have a clown pied male coming. However, this adds quite a few different genes in there, and it possibly creates some more powerful females for me, because most of the females that I have at this point in clown pied are Pastel and Leopard. I think those are the only two genes I have in any clown pied project females. So this allows me to get Blade in there, some Orange Dream, and then Lesser, Leopard, and Pastel again, so you can hit super pastels. The one gene in this combo that kind of stinks for clown pied would be Lesser, because typically when you breed Lesser with pied, they're either all white or extremely high white, and they also tend to have like really tiny eyes. So steer clear of Lesser in pieds. It doesn't make the snake unhealthy, it's just kind of a weird combo. Whereas if you use Fire in pied, it makes it very high white, and usually only the head has any color. When you use Lesser, more times than not, the snake's just completely white. So if I do get any visual clowns out of here, and hopefully I do, and hopefully a few of them are female, I also hope that some of them that are female do not have Lesser, so that I can take that female and breed it back into my clown pied project. Then, in a couple years, once they're able to breed, the Pastel clown het pied females that I have, or the Pastel pied het clown female that I have, I can get rid of them, sell them to somebody else, because they're being replaced by snakes that have 2, 3, 4, or 5 genes. And at that point, I should start getting some more visual clown pieds as well. So when you're building these projects, you know, I have this pied het clown male that has 2 genes, 2 codon genes, OD and Blade. I want to be breeding him to other snakes that are very similar. I want to try breeding him to clown females that I have, even if they're just 1 or 2 or 3 gene clown females. That way I can make visual clowns that are het pied. Or, you know, at the very worst, you could breed him to clown het pieds or pied het clowns, or even clown pieds, because then you'd be making OD Blade clown pieds. So you have to build your projects. When you have a male, he should be being bred to 3 or 4 females at the very least. And if you have an ultrasound, you can breed to more than just 1, 2, or 3 females. You could breed it to quite a few more. And I've kind of, you know, this philosophy of how to breed the males to the females works well, because even in this season already, my OD Leopard Firefly Ultramel het pied male was bred to a bunch of pied females. And the one clutch that hatched already actually produced 6 visual pieds out of 8 eggs. So what that means is I produced 6 visual pieds, and they all have a few extra genes in them. They're all 100% het ultramel. I only got 2 double hets out of that clutch. And I also have another clutch of 10 eggs in the incubator still from a Pastel pied female he was bred to. So again, in that clutch, out of 10 eggs, I should be getting at least 5 of those eggs that are visual pieds. I could get Warsaws, but you know, on average, you're hitting half the eggs that should be visual pieds. And you know, he was bred to a het ultramel as well, which will kind of stink because it'll give you het or pos het pieds, but sometimes het pied markers are easier to tell than other hets or pos hets. So build your projects so they're not kind of all over the place. If you're trying to get specific genes, try to breed with other animals that have genes that complement the genes in that male or that female, and build around that project. Don't go grab one snake here and then go grab another snake over here, and they have genes that are completely incompatible or don't produce you know, nice looking offspring. It has to be cohesive. The project needs to work well together. And when you're building a group, you need to make sure that you're building it so that your male is breeding the 3 or 4 or 5 females. You shouldn't have a 1-to-1. You shouldn't be breeding that 1 male to 1 female, because you're wasting rack space and you're not utilizing the power of that 1 male, which is why I always buy powerhouse males, or why I'm trying to produce powerhouse males that I can hold back, because the genetics in that male can be spread like seeds to a bunch of different females. So I need to get these candled, make sure they're right side up, get them in the incubator. And I actually have another female here. She was due, I think she's due tomorrow. So I may be making another video. She's not ready yet. And I actually think it's bred to the same male. She's also a clown. She's a super pastel Mojave clown. So hopefully she lays. I'll make a video on that too. Get these in the box and start cooking. I think I have like 30 some eggs that are due to hatch in June. And I also believe I have like between 6 and 8 clutches that are due to be laid in June. So it's going to be a busy summer. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.